And we are back with another stream. Today, continuing on the Honkai Star Rail 3.2 main story. In the last episode, we passed the trial for the what was it? Is Ornyx the Time Titan? The trial for the Core Flame. So now I am become demigod or something, even though I'm like dead. Kind of, really. I'm supposed to be dead or something. Yeah, okay, let's just continue. Head to the isn't back yet, huh? Head to the private bath chamber and speak with Mem. I just said that. Say it again, say it again, say it again. What? Say it again, say it again. Scam! Hey friend, is the debate finally over? Did you win? Nope. We managed to win ourselves a glorious defeat. What a glorious defeat. You sure know how to look on the bright side. Well, living on here, I was hard at work even though you were at the debate. Wait, I thought I couldn't move too far away from them, or something. I borrowed a amount of books from Cass to see if I could find a way to solve your problem. Let's see, I still have only 32 books to go. How enthusiastic. It's okay, Memo. We found a way. Huh? Really? That's fantastic news. I knew it. Hard work always pays off, especially if you're as diligent as men. Yeah, I feel like a huge burden has finally been lifted off my shoulders. Why am my eyelids so heavy all of a sudden? We'll get some sleep. There's nothing more we can do for now. Let's get some rest. You're right, and then I'll go back to... As their custom, Mem with astonishing dexterity slipped back in their secret little hideaway. Good night, Mem. Good night. Okay, ma. It is nighttime now, right? 14 more days until Anaxa dies. Or something. Later, someone okay, ma. Back to visiting Trian. Hi, Kitty Claus. Just started the stream. Hopefully it goes well. Xfinity seems to, my internet, it's either my internet or something with my computer, but I'm more inclined to think it's my internet. My internet sometimes decides to crap itself. Cass, what a surprise. Lady Tribby. Something troubling you? I just wanted to speak to Lady Trion for a bit before I set off. No matter how breathtakingly beautiful Styxia once was, the place is now the domain of the departed. There is no telling what we'll encounter there. We're gonna find Akron, right? She weeps for the departed? Or maybe the people she sends off or something, I don't know. I don't want to have any regrets. Has anyone told you that your eyes are sparkling today? Is that a figure of speech? In the past, when you did smile once in a while, all of us could see that your heart remained troubled even as you smiled. Lady Tribute, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart. Yes, you hardly ever talk of your past. None of us knows what you went through apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships, as the fate of every crisis era is destined to live out. We're just happy that the core flame you meant to inherit has finally surfaced. Isn't it a bit too soon to say that? But you already know where tomorrow is, don't you? There's no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. We have always believed that. Your embrace is just as warm as everyone else's. Because we embrace others to comfort them. And Cass, you're the kindest crisis we know. Thank you, Lady Tribby. This feeling, it's hard to put into words. I suddenly found myself with so many wishes. So much I want to accomplish before setting off. Then go do it, Cass. Where's my motivation? What? Trian was actually working on a surprise gift for you. It's a pity she didn't get to finish it, but now Trinan and I are working on it, and we'll make sure to give it to you. So let's meet back here when you return from Styxia. Safe travels. See you tomorrow. At the same time... I can't sleep. Yeah, I wonder why. You said you got used to the sleeping in daylight, or at least Anhung did, I think. I don't know. Did Stell ever get used to going to sleep in daylight. Who's that? It's Finon! Never mind, it's casters. Hi. I hope I didn't wake you. Sleep is a luxury when you're at my age. I'm glad to see you're as full of life as ever. I'm here because of private matters, actually. If it isn't too much to ask, I'd really like it if you could come along with me to retrieve something. Sure, let's go. Are you going to ask me what it is? It isn't a long way from here, shall we? Go faster. Ugh! She's so slow. Go faster. The streets are packed. Seems the vote to pause the flame chase journey has begun. I want to vote. Tell me how I can vote. Take your ceramic sword engraved with the Kefale rune, select the Council of Elders in your heart, and pray silently until the shard registers your choice. Then toss it into the dolio. Council of Elders? More like the Council of Buffoons. The Black Tide took my hometown long ago. Or are they kidding with bringing back Chrysi? It's all a shame to create their own Chrysi in Okama. The Titans are just... So long as we do not overstep our bounds again, we will not incur divine wrath. Oh, please. The time when these deranged Titans should have vacated their spot to the demigods is long overdue. You'll see soon enough, you old buffoon. And I pray that Talanton smacks some sense into you with their scales. We shall see how this turns out. That was quite a spectacle. Just another peaceful day in Okama. I suppose peaceful is technically correct if no actual violence happened. To this day, I still find it almost unreal that Okama was the only place illuminated by light amidst the crumbling ruins of Emporius, and its people are even holding votes to reconcile differing opinions. This peaceful sight is making me forget that this is the end of times. That's what the Flame Chase journey is all about. Before coming here, I'd lived for many years in Idonia, a city of rime and frost. The people there are devotees of Thanatos, and are well known for their unique burial rites and traditions. Traditions that I played a major role in. Yeah, they'd have you, they'd have you and them, and their lives. Like, if they're old or suffering or whatever. What was it, euthanasia? They'd have you perform that? Use the curse on you? Yes, you know me as the Mortician of Okama. But back in those days, I was Idonia's maiden of war. I was trudging across the frosty plains on my own when the Idonians found me. They saw the curse in me as a blessing from Thanatos, and believed that my hands could correct the Era Chrysis mistake and lead them to meet the great god of death. They provided me shelter, but in return, I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives, prisoners bound for execution, and heroes alike. Isn't that just an executioner? Yes. No matter how kind or cruel it means, nothing can change the essence of death. Taking away someone's life is never truly worthy of religious worship. I can't do it. It is our past, right? Their voices, they pierce my ears. The pleading, the thanks. I know that feeling, child. I was once as lost as you are now. But you must respect those walking towards death, just like how you should respect yourself as the holy maiden granting humans glory and liberation. What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner, and yet you want me to respect myself? No matter the titles, I'm still taking away human lives. This won't be the first time that Idonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruits new to the battlefield often run away from their first fight. Death is the mightiest and gravest power in this world. The fact that you can wield it means you're deserving of respect. That's such a twisted reason. But let me tell you a story. In Idonia, the great swords commonly used by executioners are called Draconian in memory of Drakon, an elderly executioner. The sword has 3 air holes along its body. If the sword is swung down swiftly and accurately, the holes would make no sound, and the executed would also depart this world quickly and painlessly. But should the executioner have any hesitation, the holes will produce a piercing whistle. On that cue, the screams of the executed are sure to follow. Every executioner after Drakon was to hone hone their sword skills every day in preparation of future executions. Every swing of their blade must be more resolute than the last. Failing to do so will bring pain. Pain for the dying, as well as pain for themselves. No, I could never get used to this. You must understand, child, I'm not telling you to get used to it. I'm asking you to consider the source of the dead suffering, and use that knowledge to fortify your future touches with more and more determination. Go walk with the dead and love them as you love life, then you'll no longer hear those noises. Why should you have to execute prisoners of war, though? Please don't kill me, I don't want to die. It's red! I don't want to choose it, but it's red! No, I can't do it. This is your duty, remember? Consider the source of the dead suffering, then give them the respect they deserve. Feeling someone's not gonna bring someone back. Thank you, I beg you, don't listen to her. I can't. If you cannot learn to accept death, then Idonia has no place for you. It is your last chance, do it. No, please, I don't want to die. Please, I'm begging you. Dang it. Gentle touch. Nope. And you're dead. You gently touch the prisoner's forehead with your finger. His face is pale, his eyes flicker with fear, and his body trembles uncontrollably. Is it because of the fear, anger, and hatred? Or is your so-called merciful touch of death simply a lie? The dark purple model spread like petals across the death row inmate's face, then seemed to be submerged by spring water, flooding his body. His trembling ceased, and the cries that had once begged for mercy slowly turned into a sigh-like whimper as he murmurs to himself. Quickly, everything falls into a dead silence, turning into pitch black dew that scatters with the wind. You hear your own heartbeat drown out the sound of heavy breathing. May you gain some insights through his sacrifice. Calling them sacrifices now? That's fricked up. That's so messed up. Is this all? No, come with me. Oh, she's gonna have to do more right now? This is just the beginning of your life as the Maiden of War. Hey, wait, I hope I don't have to do combat like at some point, because this is a terrible team. Holy Maiden. Grant her glorious death. Okay, I can't do that with Akron, I guess. Oh, actually, I'm doing combat. Wait, this is an awful team. Oh wait, I did these things, okay. Bestowed with honor. Thank you. No! An executioner. I curse you to live in eternal pain. Please grant me release. Does she always have the flowers blooming behind her? Is that like her normal thing, or is it just in this story bit? When will this ever end? Oh, Come fulfill your duty. What? Now you want me to do it to you? To absolve you? So that you don't have to... I don't know, to absolve you of your guilt or something of making me do this? Of making casters do this? What are you trying to do with me? I have aged. The time has come for me to heed the summons of Thanatos and journey to their domain. The final resting place of every Idonian. You're not that old yet. You still have many, many years ahead of you. No, I'm already dead. For I have come to fear my declining health and impending death. Casters, will you give me one last chance to charge toward fear and prove that I am no coward? Trying to take the quick way out. I mean, to avoid the suffering. That's not exactly the not coward's way. I don't know. I can't take this anymore. Well, it was I who brought you here from the Frosty Plains and set your farcical fate in motion. It was also I, Chief Executioner of Idonia, who forced the heavy duty of executing others onto you. I've always known that you have doubts and even anger about my faith and about me. I never had a choice. Indeed, we essentially abducted you. Yet you can end any sinful life with just a touch of your fingers. Shouldn't it be easy for you to escape from here? That's what, judge, jury, executioner? No one person. No, I don't know. I'll never do that. It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take death or how readily they accept it. I simply can't do it. I knew I was right about you. What do you mean? I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time because of this blessing that's been with you since your birth. I know no one else in the world would understand the weight of life and death more than you do. In the eyes of an Idonian, death is the end of all life, a destination we will all eventually reach. Humans should not resist it, but learn how to face it. You can only live your life to the fullest after understanding this principle. And when you do, even if you eventually leave Idonia's protection, even if you must carry the curse forever, you can live with your head held high like everyone else. Now, how can I? Come now, it's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you're a fitting holy maiden, or at least that you possess the resolve to become one. Okay then. Wait. I wasn't sure if I could actually hit it. Oh, hold on. Two anniversary units, absolutely no synergy. This is the last time I followed her command. I gently touched the elderly woman before me. The executioner who had seen too much death died the same way as everyone else. A gasp for air, a wistful look in her eyes, and a barely perceptible tremor in her fingertips. Elder Amunet, the person who tried to teach me about death, ultimately vanished like dew in the morning mist. She spent her life embodying the beliefs of the Idonians, and when death finally came, she embraced it exactly as their doctrine had taught. I have nothing but respect for her. I erected a cenotaph in her honor in the marshes outside Idonia's city walls. With the others I had laid to rest. Then I set out once more in search of Thanatos. It was a long journey. I heard so many discussions about death along the way. Life finds meaning in death. The world improves because there is an end. It seems the most terrible darkness in the world. Everyone talks about its heavy weight. Some resist it, some worship it, some even revere it. How did a disappeared titan become the deepest fear of humankind? And why do they haunt my dreams? I continued my travels to seek an answer. Initially, I was running away, then I started searching for it, and now, at the end, I just want to know if my touch, if my embrace can do more than taking things away. Can I make anything? Can I leave anything behind? Oh, this bit was already was posted to YouTube before her release. Is it gonna play the whole cutscene? I'm tempted to skip this because I've already seen this. I'm kind of curious why they would post this before. I mean, I guess it's promo material. Get it over with. That's kind of messed up. Just putting it like that. That note is, yeah, I remember thinking that note was weird. Dun dun. I guess it's because, like, she has this power that she doesn't age the same. Because this is, I'm assuming, like, this is the same girl that offered to take her pen, you know, with the stick.
ずっとみんなを見とってきて、きっと寂しかったろうね。
Also the hairband.
お別れの時くらいは強く抱きしめたかったでしょう。
ダメ。私の手は冷たいから。
お姉さんの手はこんなにも温かいのに、みんなみたいに好きなだけ抱きしめていいの。
キャスお姉さん。こんな手が温かいの。オロニクスの試練を終えたあの日。
On the day that Ornix's trial ended, he must have had many questions echo. Trial question. Why, as someone from beyond the sky, were you so cruelly dragged into Amphoris's fate? I wished I could take action, but no matter how hard I try, I cannot simply interact with the living as ordinary people do. Even when we brushed against each other unintentionally in the grove, and it was obvious that nothing had happened. When the most unattainable hope finally welled up in my heart. When I thought that perhaps my touch would no longer bring sorrow. Fate declared to me, it wasn't the curse of death that had finally been lifted, but that your soul no longer belonged to this world and there was nothing left for my hands to take. Nothing. I'm already dead! Did I really think this time would be any different? It's not that I don't understand this reality, just that I'm unwilling to accept it. Having walked such a long road, I'm still unable to find the answer to life and death. I'm resigned to eternal despair. Anything I wish to hold on to, death will inevitably wrest from my grasp. And from that moment on, I lacked the courage to confirm it again, until Ornix laid bare the cruel truth before us. I'm gonna disappear for a moment, I need water. And I return back to the cheerful and glorious music. But now, perhaps I might have one last chance. Long ago, Trinon read a prophecy to me. At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace there shall be eternal separation. What was that thing in the Genshin Devout chapter storyline thing? Frick! I don't remember the lines. The something and something in the Conria chapter, dreams yet to be dreamed, or something. Something about fading memory and the sister always loved the flowers. I found no surprise in it, for her words sounded not like a foretelling, but a perfect reflection of my past. Embraced in this world are born in reunions, yet my touch speaks only of farewells. In that moment, I had no doubt that this destiny would weave itself through the entirety of my life. And yet things have taken a turn for the better. Now that I can finally have an audience with Thanatos, perhaps I can rewrite the meaning of that fated prophecy. I have no reason not to give it my all. For your sake and for my own. What? Thanks for telling me your thoughts. With that, I won't have any regrets. Cassius talks to you about the gift she gave to the other crisis heirs, and before you know it, she arrives at your gift. Let's put that aside for the moment. We've arrived. I want to retrieve a small gift, especially prepared for you. I made it myself, like a trinket I gave Lady Trian. I want to leave something for everyone, if possible. The journey to seek an audience with the Death Titan cannot be an easy one. I want to make full use of every moment I have before we depart, so that I don't have any regrets. There's a brooch with my face on it? No, it isn't. You'll know when you see it. Look, it's right there. Scrolls? Huh? Where did it go? Bartholos or something? You get in trouble with some phantom thieves? I'm not some corrupt grown-up. What's this? Oh, it's Cypher! The coin has Zagreus and a slate, so it's her. Cypher, where are you at? Holy moly, a kitty thief? No doubt about it, this is her favorite symbol. What was the other option? Who? It's Lady Cypher, the demigod of Zagreus, whom Lady Aglaia had spoken of. She's a master thief who's left legendary tales all over Emphorius. Oh, she's already a demigod? Okay. So many years have passed, yet she's still announcing herself in such a crass manner. Well, let's just do as Slate says and look for Lady Cypher. Oh, I have to. Dear Princess Homebuddy, walking through the busy garden, I discovered the remarkable gifts crafted by Princess Homebuddy. That's what she's calling her, Homebody? They are truly splendid, and I'm most impressed. I'm also taken with your charming presents prepared for fellow crisis heirs. In your right parlor, I observe the beautiful felt dolls, the beige and lavender striped tapestry, the classic Idonian tripod table, and in the left parlor, the jewelry and exquisite art pieces meant as gifts. This time I claimed only this modest gift. I feared it would attract tasteless little thieves, so I shall safeguard it for now. Naturally, I've left appropriate payment, a single coin. If the price displeases you, feel free to negotiate its return. Though, should that happen, I won't be satisfied with merely one coin. Should you wish to find me, visit the Marmoreal Market. There lies a golden short spear I've left, and you know what to do. It shall guide you to me. Before you ask, I won't accept any questions. Please forgive the small intrusion and accept my highest regards. P.S. Who displays biological specimens at home? They're quite unsettling. You might want to store them away when entertaining guests. P.P.S. Despite your considerable investment in the Idonian ossuary hanging in the parlor, I regret to inform you it's a fake. The original was craftily switched by those cunning scholars of the Grove of Epiphany. The full story can be found in yet unpublished Memoirs of Cyphera. Sincerely, Kitty Phantom Thief. Okay. To retrieve the gift and teach Kitty Phantom Thief a lesson, you head to the market and find the short spear she left behind. Alright. Look, it's right there. This is the golden short spear she mentioned in the thief's letter. Let's chase her down. Hey! Hey! Get back here! This is a trick she left for us. Sounds like Zagreus. Clearly, Kitty Phantom Thief wants to play a little game with you. 2 short spears, 1 correct, 1 wrong. Let me check the hint on the scroll. 2 golden short spears. Only the golden short spear engraved with truth can lead you to Kitty Phantom Thief. Inspect the left golden short spear. Left is engraved with words. Don't be fooled. The right spear is engraved with lies. Oh, is it this one? One of them's telling a lie and one is telling the truth. Right spear is engraved with words. Trust me, great mystery. Both spears are engraved with the truth. I don't remember how this puzzle goes. Oh goodness. Words in the scroll should be true, so which short spear do you want to repair? Random number generator! 1 to 2. I don't feel like putting my brain to the test right now. Roll to 1! We're going to the left. She's incorrigible. I forget how to pronounce this. Incorrigible. Whatever. Follow me. Ah. Oops, this is how it should be. You're struck down by the passage of time. Wait, what? Okama does not believe in tears. What? Hey! Hey! Get back here! Cypher? Nope. Cypher, if this drone is truly her, appears to be quite content. Her gaze filled with 3 parts sincerity, 3 parts approval, 3 parts triumph, and 3 parts haha, grey mystery. You've lost if you take this seriously. I see, so Dromus is a cat. What did you just call me? She seems to be saying, Cypher does not know. So she says she doesn't know. Lady Cypher, please come on out. You're still careless as ever. Shouldn't you keep such a precious gift near your bosom? Since you know it's a gift for someone else, please give it back to me. Stop hiding among the people and letting the wind carry your voice. No. Since I know it's a gift, that means I need to milk its worth. The children of the wind never stay for long in one place unless your offer is tempting enough to still the wind. What say you? In your price, I'll give you however much you want. Huh? What's wrong? No wonder they call you Princess Homebody. Tell you what, why don't you two come over to my place? It'll make a better venue for proper business discussions. You can find where I live through the winds of stone, right? Piece of cake, I can do that even if I can only sense your soul. Alright, I'll see you there. Oh, by the way, no one cool with me collecting deposit before we reach an agreement, right? No, come this way. Dew of Divine Blood in the backpack has been stolen. Where'd my Dew of Divine Blood go? She's incorrigible. Follow me. Okay, stealing a meal trinket, right? Is your hearts? Just kidding. I have no importance in your hearts. Hey! 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 Stop! Stop! That's mine! I'm the one supposed to get drunk off the Dew of Divine Mystery, or whatever it's called. Something cash from Kremnos. How the frick do I get up? I don't remember. Wait, that one repairs the spear. Never mind, I'm not doing that one. Here we are. Over here, no, not that way, this way. Come on, if I really wanted to hide, you'd never find me. So relax, you two, no need to get your hackles up. I'm not scary, am I? Meow. At last, a character that meows has appeared. Ew, what kind of no way, some people might have been into that a millennium ago, but it's long since gone out of style. Listen up, buddy, shall we get down to business to defeat the Huns? Or something? And the jewelry piece first, or everything's off the table. And my Dew of Divine Blood. Oh, come on, don't be so upset. Relax, relax. Look, isn't the view here just great? You can see what everyone's doing and where they're going, and they won't even know you're here. I've already been up here! Shush! Now that we've broken the ice, let's get to the point. Everything I've said so far has been a joke. I'm inviting you two here for 3 things. 1. The seamstress found me and wants me to take you to Styxia to look for the Death Titan. 2. The Council of Elders also found me and wants me to make sure the core flame of Thanatos ends up in their hands. Look at you having your finger in both pies. Seems that's a Glaya. What? You're that famous? And last but not least, I'm telling you that I'm not interested in doing either of those things. Don't go look for the Death Titan. The end. Some time ago. Oh, this is some high quality stuff. This room is full of... How much are these worth, Did you get all this through that Aranova gimmick? Some of it is family fortune, while the rest came from my business as a dressmaster. Don't like when the flame chase work to your shady dealings. Wow, I should have busted down your door instead of going around like a thief. Well, spill. Why are you giving me so much money? Payment for doing work. You're worth this much. Did you forget my stance to all this? I thought I made myself very clear. Yes, you wish to run away. Run away from your responsibilities, from the prophecy, and from your destiny. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. I understand this prophecy weighs on you immensely. That's why I've never approached a demigod of trickery for running away. But I need you right now, so don't turn me down. You know, maybe the gods got your tongue with their golden threads, Glaya. I'm not hearing any sincerity in your words. Give me a reason why you're bowing your noble head to me. We lost Trian. Oh. Oh. Very much. Oh. The divine power of passages is running out. I need another demigod to escort Castress and help her fulfill her lifelong wish. Oh, I get it now. You're sending Castress to her death, and you want me to die with her. This is Castress's own request. I've never seen her so determined. She brought this up herself? You're not pulling my leg? She's also made up her mind to leave her confused past behind. As will you, Cypher, when you finally make up your mind. I won't be so sure. Time is hard on the likes of you and I, but Castress remains pure as driven snow. She can always turn back before the end, you know? Maybe then, maybe she'll remember Trion's sacrifice. Maybe she'll remember countless martyrs of Chrysoceres. Maybe she'll remember you, with your one foot in the grave. I ain't as optimistic as you about what she'll want to do. Tell you what, why don't we take this room of treasures as security deposit and we make a bet? Go on. I bet she'll change her mind and turn back. Now if I lose, I'll do what you want me to do, return this deposit to you, plus give you another room full of treasures. How's that sound? You sound like you have all the confidence in the world. In that case, let's make a pact with these conditions. I hope you're prepared to lose it all. In conclusion, I want to win, so I hope you two can give up on going to Styxia. I'll give all treasures in that room to you, and you can split it between yourselves however you want. Nope. What do you think? Tempting, right? I'm almost dead. What use do I have for money? Let's go! Let's go! The currency I use isn't the same one as Emporius either. Let's go! I decline. If we don't find Death Titan, Echo Soul will... Oh, I can't go into the details, but we have to go to Styxia. I really don't get how. Princess Homebody, you keep talking about needing to find Thanatos, about getting rid of Curse, and you don't care about anything else. But did you ever live for your own pleasure, even for just one day? What are you trying to say? I'm saying, contrary to your beliefs, Glaya didn't take you in just so you can die for her Aranova. The flame chase journey walks hand in hand with sacrifices. Isn't that why you're always running away from Lady Glaya? Fine, never mind. We all have our own problems. I ain't gonna say anything anymore. It's not like I was gonna honor that bet anyway. But listen to me. Styxia is no tourist attraction, tourist destination. Sure, the treasures buried in there are 50 times richer than Glaya's vault. Yet I've never been there and I've never planned to. Because even a demigod can't be sure that they can walk out of that place alive. And I'm supposed to escort you to Styxia? Sure, pay up. Is ripping people off the authority as the greatest demigod? Yeah. Glaya has already paid for me. her payment wasn't gold and precious stones, which only covers the living passenger. You need to pay me as a member of the dead. I don't like this. However, I've lived a longer life than most people, though I'm not as good as doing business with Lady Glaya. Still have some savings. No, don't give up anything. Oh, well, I can give them all to you. And how are you going to live with the rest of your life? And I'll give you 80%. Well, don't mind if I do. 80% of Castress' savings and a bottle of dew of divine blood. Not a bad trade. That's mine! Show you whose boss wants to recover to full HP. Don't forget to give Castress' jewelry back. Okay, I didn't know you hold grudges. Great mystery. Here, catch! Be careful with that. Minor change of plans though. I'll go to the bath tomorrow. Come look for me in Okama City Gates instead. So, why are you changing to meet a place? You're just a bit scared of the seamstress frosty face. I won't stay a second longer in Okama if it were up to me. Well then, now that we've struck a deal, why don't I give you guys a lift back? It's gonna be a long ride, so have a good rest. Ah, are we on the hand? Next day, Okama. 13 days until Anaxa dies. Where am I? Is this my room? How do I get back here? This is a coin? Is it a cipher? And she even tucked me in? Creepy. Never mind, it's getting late. I better get going. Great mystery. These formal addresses at the start of letters are such a hassle, and you've already read these 3 useless Phantom Thief letters. I've left Princess Homebody's gift here. Take good care of it. Remember, skip the bats and come straight to Okama City Gate to find me. You know I have no patience. Come late and I'll leave you without you. Clear? Yes, I'm the one who tucked you in. You're welcome. I'm heading to the baths. You can't stop me. Oh, I got it back. Let's go. You can't stop me from going back and from checking out the baths. Wherever the baths are. Aha! It would be funny if there was different dialogue if you went through this first. Went through this area first. Alright, where art thou? Why is there no, like, nearby teleport destination? Which one did it take me to? Gimme! Yes, 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 yes. Son, Titankin of Nicodor, what are they doing here? What? Humst? Ah, look, I'm just gonna leave that alone. Meow. Bright and sunny, just a Weatherford farewells. Here. Just the 3 of us? Totally, the trio team is the best set up to reach the finals. No need, I already told her. She's fine with it. You sure know how to put me on a spot, Castris. I need to travel with you, but I can't touch you. What a bother. Sorry. I was just teasing, don't take it to heart. Did you know that the legends say that you have to put an obol into the mouth of the dead or cover their eyes if you want them to successfully cross the river of souls and enter the Netherrealm? That's the fairy fare for entering the Netherrealm. However, I honestly won't ask you to pay this time. I'll pay, and we'll just have to go through the motions. Just how much have you swindled Castris of? Don't worry, it's not a lot. Alright, pass me the coins. Time to get the god's power going a fleet-footed trip to the Netherrealm. Here we come. Oh, one last thing before we go. I gotta give you this piece of advice, especially to you, Princess Homebody. You can't catch the wind by waiting. You only live once, so make the most of every moment you have.
じゃあ行くよ。さあんたの番も緊張しないで。だって一瞬だからね。
Oh. Oh, this is literally just okay.
終わり。じゃあね。
This is like time stopped. Alright, we're here. Feeling alright? I swear she was speeding. She's the demigod of trickery. When she flips the coin of whimsy into the air, she gains incredible speed that lets her travel anywhere in an instant. Just like how she clearly had no intention of lingering here for even a second longer. We can only depend on ourselves for the rest of the way. Don't worry, Mom's here to help. Can you teleport too? Being cute is my only forte. I'm strong too. This is Styxia, the city of dragons and waves. Anaxa hypothesizes that the missing Thanatos is somewhere in these ruins. This is the land of their birth, or perhaps their death. Are there other clues? Aha! I know this one. They returned once they came. Next, I'd use secret alchemical art to temporarily fuse his soul with Cersei's and Kefale. And when he was on the verge of death, he was pulled by Thanatos and caught a glimpse of the river of flowing river of souls. This alchemy, considered a sacrilegious act, might actually make the souls of mortals and titans attract each other. Even though Thanatos has been missing for 1,000 years and even their followers haven't been able to find them, perhaps that special attraction could summon them here. Oh, so we're going to use that Philosopher's Stone to conjure the titans? Book! It's a book! He's gonna read! I guess that's the only way. At least we have now the name of the city and the fairy tale about the dragon. Thanatos is even more mysterious than I am. Indeed, even one as erudite as an axe could only point us to this place and no further. We'll be entering the unknown as soon as we take our first steps, but it won't be the first time in my long journeys. I believe that, rather than standing still taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion. Cruel night oppresses unfortunate mortals. Go back once you came. Go back. Who dat? Ancient battlefield? You notice some spirits lodged in an angle as if they had been thrown from afar. Don Hung once said, Cloudpiercer never leaves my side. But in hindsight, sure has left his side plenty of times. Boy. I've got a book! I'm not gonna read! What a beautiful butterfly. Is it talking to us? Is this Siren? Or something? This is a eulogistic butterfly. They're found in places where many have met their demise. In Idonia, some think of them as manifestations of Thanatos' benevolence. By turning the lingering obsessions of the deceased into these creatures, it is as if the Titan had made life into a specimen. Others think of them as Thanatos' messengers that guide the departed to the netherrealm. The second theory sounds more believable. After all, the things they're saying are rather, direct? Perhaps, but the fact that we're able to hear their whispers proves that we're fast approaching the realm of the dead. I'll join you all, chirp. Just got a text. Oh. You know, all butterflies are my brothers. I've known them for a long time. They're incredibly strong. Eep. I decided to bring my talents to the butterfly clan. Eep. These shadowy figures, are they illusions reflected by the river of souls? Mama told us to go ahead first, but she's still not here yet. 1, 2, 3. I don't even know how many days have passed since then. Perhaps Mommy will be back once you finish counting the days on all 10 fingers. 1, 2, 3. It's been much longer than 10 days since we left Mommy. Strange. Reflections of the River of Souls. They seem oddly animated. Oh, is this a puzzle place? Yeah. And that's, yep. Oh, it shows before it was floated. I'm gonna check it out. Oh. Oh. Okay. Do you want to buy any fish? Huh? He can see us? Wait, more living people? I'm not selling my fish to living people. You all are too shameless. Buying fish without paying. If I ever see her again, I will. I'm not alive, I'm dead. What do you mean? Give me some fish. It'd be that you're all dead souls that never achieved rest. Another realm does not exist. Titan rejects you, me. So do you want to buy any fish? You just said you're not selling any fish to us. Well, to Castoris. But there aren't any fish nearby. Are the fish gone? The people are gone too. I can only keep selling fish. So do you want to buy any fish? Oh, apologies, I don't have much in the way of savings, but perhaps there's another way for me to release you from your suffering. Please relax. May you fall asleep peacefully amid a gentle field of flowers. This. Here he goes. I knew it. These people aren't illusions. They're the souls of the deceased. They're supposed to reach the end of the West Wind by floating down the River of Souls, yet they have floundered upon the shoals of the stream, unable to move forward. Did Thanatos reject them? Or perhaps they didn't really die at all.
彼らがまだ本当の意味で死んで
Is the stream still going okay? Hold on. What's going on? Is Xfinity crapping itself again? Come on. Are they in the same situation as me? Perhaps all of them can still use some CPR? I have no idea. This circumstance is completely unprecedented. Hang on. Didn't he say more living people? So that means either he's seen other members of the living depart from us? Could it be that these souls are stuck here due to someone's deceit? If someone's done out of goodwill, are you really gonna... If something is done out of goodwill, are you really gonna call it deceit? What you doing here? Goodwill? I can't say anything good out of. Wait a minute, Lady Cypher? Yeah, what you doing back here? That's me. Are you dead too? I still belong to the land of living as of now. Thank you very much. Maybe that you're still you're the living being that these souls met. I can't take their behavior anymore, so I stole some things here and there and made some lies there, just trying to give them something to look forward to, you know? It's because of vile living creatures like you that we're being misunderstood by all of them. What else am I supposed to do? You can see this mess this place in. These poor souls are denied by the nether realms, and now they're stuck in a few brief moments of their life, unable to move forward or back. You see there's two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about casting a shield. Stixie is so freaky. Then why have you come back, Lady Cypher? Hey, I'm not here to aid your adventure. I hate water more than anything else in the world, especially that stinky river of souls. But I just discovered some stuff before I left, and I reckon you should know about it. It's about that boy who defied death. I found traces of him here. Whomst? Lord Maide? Oh. Oh, right, that's the name. Well, now you know. As for whether that info is actually useful, that's for you lot to figure out. So long, Princess Homebody. So long, Grey Mystery. Yeah, she disappeared just like that? Lady Cypher has always been a free spirit. In any case, she has brought us some valuable information. If Lord Maide is also somewhere along the River of Shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all, he's different from those wandering souls. He'll find his way even in the realm of the dead. Speaking of finding a way, how are we supposed to get over there? Oh, it's time for me to shine. Onyx's Ruin of Recollection is nearby. Use prayers to return the river before it got flooded. Why is this still burning? Your weapon is your comrade for do well and never betray you. Hey, over here! I'm coming. Miracle Orb's illumination radius moves with a character. Okay, cool. Onyx's miracle has appeared. Amazing, it's like we're in a giant bubble. Even the river got parted. Meh. Meh meh. Meh. Meh meh meh. Box? Truly, I am cat. I love box. Time is not your friend. No! No, my box! Wait, I'm gonna look up what the description is. Oh, it's not even on the wiki yet. My box! Whoa, can I find it? Where would it be? Where are achievements? Where would it even be? No, yeah, no, I'm not gonna look through all this. No, thank you. My box, no! I am cat. I like box. Oh, so this path didn't actually exist back then? Hey! Hey! It was being built. Or something. Hey! These wanting something. Souls of the deceased are here as well. We must return to the present before we can communicate with them. Give me more trace materials. Or whatever. Huh, I got the box. Something's coming. Look, pink puppies do exist. What? You just call Mem a pink puppy? By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right? Since the current campaign requires the utmost care, I wasn't able to make time to welcome all of you. Please, forgive me. Foreign warriors? Priestess, a warrior, and, a divine beast. Huh? You look identical to the blessed saviors that the Queen described. Huh? No healer on this team. The campaign? Who are you campaigning against? Nobody knows, as of now. But the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land ahead is a forbidden land that should not be approached, as it's the door between the netherworld and the mortal world. As for the rest of the scouts, they've completely lost their souls and are decaying by the day. While there is still dissension within the city, the scholars agree that this calamity was so unprecedented that it needs to be given a new designation. An unprecedented calamity? Could it be death? Seems that you've indeed heard about this. Well, death is just one of the possibilities. It's too early to come to a definitive conclusion. A world that has never seen death. Looks like these people lived in the era Chrysi, before the Calamity Titans descended upon the land. May I ask, where's the scout who managed to come back? Came back? Though he returned to Styxia, he only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day. However, it was his intel that convinced us to rally together. He said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight, and thus brought Styxia that thing called death. Styxia, an evil dragon that brings death. It all sounds rather familiar. Wait, wasn't this part of that fable? Sir, could I ask how the Queen and Princess are doing? The Queen? By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right? I think he asked that already. It's me! I've been mentioned! It's the same lines. Looks like he's still trapped in moments before his death. Give it to me. Sir, the war ended long ago. Styxia no longer exists. Styxia is no more? This cannot stand. Newcomers, hurry up and go take your positions. Looks like it's difficult for this gentleman to accept reality. Sir, I am the Maiden of War sent here by the Queen herself. If you accept my blessing, then today's battle will be smooth sailing. Maiden of War? I've never heard of this. There's little time to waste. Please don't take too long. Don't worry, I'm typically unwilling to prolong such a moment. Is it over? Have we won? Cass, are you alright? I'm fine. I just didn't expect that I'd still have to embalm others, even in the realm of the dead. Is this a remnant of his soul? Hey! What's this? What's this? Well then, why should I place my trust in you? Holy maiden from afar. Wait, this is... I don't quite understand what you're trying to say. Since the Oracle has already pronounced your name as Crisis Heir of Death, Alkema ought to treat you as an esteemed guest. However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of Elders, while most likely being aware of my issues against them. I cannot deny your claim. It was the Council that offered this room to me, and they had only one request. They want the Curse of Death to be completely subjugated to your will. I was agreeable to that request. But why? I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse. However, from this day onward, I shall use it according to your will. I'll never make any superfluous moves on my own. I see, so that's how they plan to control the flame chase journey. They've shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people, they will then have ample reason to terminate the Christos heir's journey. And yet you seem to not mind? This is quite surprising to me. That's because the fate we are born with is a burden far heavier than that of an individual's life. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Okama welcomes you, Castoris. You seem to hear a sigh of contentment, as if it comes from the mouth of some colossal being. Then the scenes of the past rapidly dissipated. Rapidly? I can read. I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here. Maybe they got something to do with Ornyx's rune? Perhaps but I do not need a reminder from them. This memory is one I will never forget. Well, I trust you unreservedly. I really want to repay her for that trust. But why would this memory appear now? Is this really Ornyx's power? Alright, let's keep going or something. Wait. Can I? No, my box. The bug. Wait. Sunlight reveals all, nothing stays hidden. Chirp. Sunworm? Oh, why the long face? Looking for something else? There are no hidden chests under the sun. Chirp. Yep. Alright, fine. That's where I came from, right? Yeah. Wait, okay. Wait, I'm an idiot. I could have just gone this way. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me being dumb. Could these dead monsters actually be... If Lady Cypher is to believe, this could be the handiwork of Lord Maida. He's still fighting against the Black Tide, even in the Nether Realm. Why are the Black Tide monsters here too? Can they swim in the River of Souls? Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to accept Black Tide monsters into their realm. These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon death will pay a heavy price. We're also here to trespass upon the Titan. Since the realm of the dead must remain peaceful, it's imperative that we rid the place of such discordant noise. Please stay back, let me deal with these enemies. Trolling! Path head is blocked by the River of Souls again. In that case, let's go back to the past. This miracle sure is handy. There's yet another aspect of the Titan's divine power. Gimme. Thank you. If Dunhung was around, he could definitely be able to raise the waters of the River of Souls into the sky. Wait, how does... Mem hasn't seen his dragon form, has she? If Lady Sealand's still alive, I think she might be able to do that too. Alright, well. How's that thing projecting through the floor and whatever? You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future. Why isn't there a god young in the distance? Indeed, my downtrodden fellow, your sorrow and joy are but means for me to amuse myself. At least derive some comfort, if all the tears that I shed were determined by some mightier being above. It's you people. This place must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past. Hey, scatterbrain garment maker. Remember, Castus once spoke of the origins of the eulogistic butterfly. Some believe them to be a final obsession of the deceased, yet others believe them to be Thanatos' messengers. They're always found in places where many have met their demise. Lost human, if you can say one last thing before leaving this world, what would it be? I'm going to do a deep beepy. I live if I stay quiet, right? Death is fair to all. I still recall the last words of some deceased, if you're curious. I'm interested. You seem to know about a lot about last words. I don't understand them. I'm merely curious about them. But from what Kamo once said, the last words are words of wisdom, uttered with a lingering breath that deliver oneself gracefully to Thanatos' side. However, he himself discovered that at the moment before death, one's body and mind become unreliable as the candle burns out. In the end, his last words ended abruptly with, "If we meet again." Most humans don't have an elaborate phrase to go with their demise, let alone exciting stories, insights into history, or affectionate farewells. The majority are completely unprepared for death, hence the lack of proper last words. Would the living imagine their dying words? Perhaps, but in the end, they didn't get a chance to speak those words. Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from a distant land who had the misfortune of falling into the river of souls and turned into a member of the dead. Eh? This one seemed to know that she's already dead. Oh, I was merely speculating, but it seems I was right. And you... I recognize you. You're the Holy Maiden of Death from Idonia, right? I'm sorry, I cannot bring you back to life. However, should you desire it, I can end your prolonged limbo. Well, I'm well aware of that. Even if you were able to revive me, I would never choose that option. That's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls by accident. Instead, I leaped into it to seek my death. Why? If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach me so. My life was far too miserable. But I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a joke. In escaping my mortal life, I've entered a millennium of pain instead. Circe's above. What cowards humans are, for we fear both life and death simultaneously. I'm sorry, I'm also powerless to answer that question. That's alright, Holy Maiden. At least you're able to respond to me. Please, grant me death. Circe's above. Does this count as thinking until the moment I die? Can't imagine what it'd feel like to roam around this void for centuries. I've seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite commonplace. There are those who will end their lives over what seems to be the smallest of worries. For some people, this power that I possess is a blessing rather than a curse. But I never managed to convince myself of that. Cass, are you still trying to create a world without death? Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, there's nowhere in this world that cannot be solved. Can't agree with you on this. This is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium. My mind might have changed once upon a time people managed to strike up a friendship with me. But I've never been more firm in my conviction. Now that I've learned about your near-death state, it is my duty to wipe death from the face of this world. Millennium? She's been alive for 1,000 years? Oh, this place is so spacious. Is it the kingdom's vault? I get scared when I see these vertical structures. Broken stairs block paths. This place is gonna fall down soon. Do I need to enter that doorway to climb even higher? There seems to be a person, more like a soul guarding it. But how should we get up there? Get out. That's blocked it again. Onyx it always appears in times like this. How convenient. Yes. Very. Look, there's even a platform with a lift over there. The chest of the past has been left behind, but none of its treasures remain inside. I'm crying. Empty treasure chest. Oh, frames. Wait, what if the miracle sun loses its effect? Do you really want me to answer that? We fall. Bug! No, the bug. I need to put this back. Wait! Oh. Stay back, don't come any closer. Don't come near me. Huh? Why does he look so panicked? Did the black tide monsters frighten him? Or is he actually scared of his own extraordinary power? These are these are the troubles that powerhouses like us face. There's no need to be alarmed, we're just passing by the area. See? None of us look threatening. You have a point, although this might have once been a royal vault, it's since been plundered empty, so please go away right this instant. You've misunderstood us, we simply heard your shouts as we were passing by, then decided to come over to find out what happened. My goodness, did I really yell out loud? How rude of me. I'm sorry to have bothered you, I mainly saw a warrior. Well, that spirit didn't harm me, his blows really packed a hefty punch. It's my day! I'm gonna disappear for a moment. Yo, man, my day, what are you doing here? Where could it be? Wait a minute, you seem to be quite different from him. Are you actually alive? How can you walk around here while alive? I'm not alive, what? It's a long story, we're here to seek an audience with Thanatos. Thanatos? Who's that? Is it possible that he's also living in the area before death descended? Death? Could it be that you're here to defeat the evil dragon Pollux? Pollux, is that the embodiment of death? According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, the evil dragon has been dead for quite a while. The curse that condemns people to death didn't originate from it. But they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace, and she is the true Reaper. Pray tell, where's that girl right now? I heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. Her Majesty intends to control all of them for us with this unprecedented power. As for whether this rumor is true, well, no one knows. You have my thanks for the invaluable insight you have given us. Please treat this touch as a token of my gratitude. Are you? Thank you. This is his memory. Then you granted him death? That isn't like you. You would have refused even if I commanded you to do so. I don't know. I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with agony, but I'm still in a state of turmoil. Sympathy? Sympathy for that youth who triumphed in every battle? The young man was favored by Talanton, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow and emerge victorious every time. He could rely on that move to always achieve victory during era crisis. However, now that death is dependent upon the mortal realm, that divine swordplay also means he can send others to death at will. In other words, you feel that he's similar to you? Yes, since he can never be inferior to others in martial combat, death would be the inevitable outcome every time he strikes. That's why he approached me and pleaded for me to put an end to all this. You are perhaps feeling lost from making your peace with death in so abrupt a manner. I have not made peace with death. I've seen the people of Idonia stand tall and proud in the face of death. Even before the fated finale arrived, they already content with the lives that they lived. And such proud expressions that made me believe death would be an insult to these mortals if the concept is truly a power that a god had carelessly cast down upon the world. Perhaps death's authority was never meant to exist in this world, just like how I shouldn't exist. I won't refute your beliefs for now, but would you be interested in listening to a story of mine? It's a fairy tale from foreign lands, told by the person who brought you to me in that ice field long ago. A tale told by the Queen of Styxia. What? Oh, wait a minute. That means the girl born in Dragon's Embrace. The personification of death these souls talked about. That's you, Cass? I already had an inkling for a while, but honestly I have no memory of Styxia. My memories only begin after Aminet brought me to Idonia. Yeah. Okay, continuing on. Don't look back, keep moving forward, always. Spirited away, don't look back. It's yet another eulogistic butterfly. Are we getting closer to the nether realm? Shut up, just shut up! Even if that girl is evil, there's no reason for you to absolve that monster. It was both of them who trapped us in this crevice between life and death. Don't be scared, they haven't noticed us at all. Box! It's my day! Hey, Tuskpier, where'd you come from? Living ones? Whoa. Oh, could you be the Scions of Styxia? Did you hear about the great work that I'm doing here, and thus have arrived to give me the last material that I need for transmutation? Great work? Have you heard of the great name of Pollux, perchance? Its pilot is probably right here. You don't have to describe it like that, Miss Echo. Yeah? Well, that's good. During the Age of Myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach. On the shoals of the River of Souls, I shall make Pollux soar again and bring death back to the world. But didn't that dragon already bring death to the world? Oh, looks like you don't know the whole picture. Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so humankind cannot die. So it's just as I feared. You and that dragon are two sides of the same coin. Wait. What? What? Pollux is... How... Pollux makes people unable to die? How does that... Wait, what? This is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds, but this River of Souls is blocked by Pollux's fall. That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it soar the skies again. I have long since prepared my alchemical matrix in the tower, although I am still missing the most crucial material of all. That final ingredient, final sacrifice, none other than the girl who lives out her days with death. Is Casteress. Hi, she's right here. Huh? What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you? I know that I'm no longer capable of carrying out that task. Take this, all of you, please fulfill that great undertaking on my behalf. This... We have been inebriated in Figusa's feast for far too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the whims of fate. However, that brought doom upon us. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut off the River of Souls. That detestable dragon Pollux denied all the dead from the gates of another realm. Unable to rest in peace, these departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide. As a result, my city and its people no longer exist. That child is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen, she has possessed the talent of death. Since her birth, she must have been granted to us by the gods as a chance for us to atone for our sins. Please, you must nurture her to adulthood and prevent her from experiencing all the suffering that we went through. I promise that I will care for her as a mother, that I will protect her from the evils of death. By Fegusa above, thank you for your kindness. As her mother, please bless this child with a name. Before I am swept away by the River of Souls, please let me know how I should address her in my next life. Like how a transient raven butterfly fleeting Papilio Castor perches on the twig of death. Casteress, that shall be her name. That's where my name comes from? A massive roar in the distance. The sun's back. What's making that ruckus? Living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Nether Realm's wrath is falling upon you. Black Tide Creations. When did they... Miss Echo, please fight them with caution. Be careful not to suffer the same fate as those Black Tide creatures. Everyone hide behind me. Ah, there's another wave! There's so many of them. How are we holding up? Hey! 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 Thank you. Pure monsters. Whoa, wait. Oh, hey, my day for the Feast of Strife upon their triumphant return. Hello, my day. Why are you glowing like this? Are you actually here? You? Lord Maide? You're adventuring in the River of Souls too? Lord Maide, you've been through some tough battles once again. That black tide is endless. My death is only temporary. I'll find my path of return, go back to the world of living and continue my protection. Lord Maide, I've always wanted to... Why does death reject you? I'm the one resisting it. I must resist the temptation to go with the flow. I go against the current and kill my way out of this cursed nether realm. That is my destiny. Is this really the proud Maide? Seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead's whispers. He's working hard every minute to deny death. It seems his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Marte, are you willing to travel with us? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower to summon Thanatos from their prolonged concealment. Thanatos? Challenge death. That's right. If we can work together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the curse of immortality any longer. Let's go together, Casters. Let the person who has brushed against death countless times guide your way. Cass, are you sure you want to do this? The alchemist said he wanted you to be a sacrifice. I'm not afraid. There's no reason for us to turn back anymore. Hello, incoming viewers. Thank you for joining the stream. Just continuing on from Honkai Star Rails 3.2 main story, continuing on from yesterday. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better action. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion. Give me the materials! Let me munch on some trick sticks real quick first. Up I go. Oh yeah! Screw gravity! In the wise words of Saxton Hale or something. I was about to say, please don't be one with Bartholos. Frick off, man. You're so annoying. Get back here. No. Stop playing games and give me the chest. You're no fun at all, old buddy. I was just spinning a tail. There's another realm after all. Blah, 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 blah. Did I just stumble into a deadly joke? Ha! No one likes you. This is so pointless. This whole that. Before you are rusted and broken chains, remnants of a path that once led to the tower. This is going to be difficult. Didn't Castrum Crumnus also have this? Yeah. Let me jump over. I'm familiar with this kind of mechanism, but I've never repaired broken chains. If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fight the four of us to the other side. The Rune of Recollection is here, but I can't find a miracle orb anywhere. So weird. Could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance? 1 minute of mem being useful comes with 1,000 days of training mem. Looks like that sounds so weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me. Just shout for me when you need my help. Go, mem. Got it. Just leave it to me. Meh, 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 meh. Pink squirrel, frick, is very smart. Mem is a squirrel! Why am I a squirrel now? Miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer. Twin Moon's Embrace. Yeah, aren't I a good fit for Ornyx's priest? Twin Moons? Going back to Genshin or something? Of course, you're the most competent priest ever. Ah! Camera, please! The alchemical matrix should be behind this door. Is that? It's Trian! It's Trian! Please! It's Trian! Wow, there's so many of you! It's Little Cass and Little Gray. There's also Little Day and the Pink Puppy. Trian, aren't you? Trian might. I get it now. Get what? I'm getting even more confused. This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream from the River of Souls. It really works like this. Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way, I'm also unable to sense the aura of the living on Lady Trian. Yep, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trian believed that little Cass would eventually return to the Nether Realm. So Trian has been standing here at the spot closest to the world of living and waiting for little Cass. Must have been very tough for you. But according to what Trian said, we're almost at the entrance of the Nether Realm. Trian promised Tribby and Trinon that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over and welcome you. So little Cass, don't cry. Please accept this. We finally finished it. Oh, that's cute. It's even an accent here. Oh, wait, okay. It's Stell. It's done hung. It's frick. Who's this? It's Aglaya. It's Castris. It's Trivy. Trian. Trinon. Hyacine. Cypher. This is Finon, right? I don't know. It's an accent. Who's this? Am I dumb? Am I freaking stupid? But Finon doesn't have this color hair. What? Am I friggin' dumb? We finally finished it. This is what Lady Tribby once mentioned. The gift for me that you didn't manage to finish. The Holy Maiden of Janus. Even when separated by life and death, their thoughts are still connected. Trian spent a lot of time drawing this. Lady Trian hopes that little Cass likes it. Seriously. It's seriously a wonderful drawing, Lady Trian. This is our flame chase journey. Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Tribby's always said it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey. But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now, because everyone is here with you in this flame chase journey. That's right. Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I never would have dared to dream of since I embarked on the flame chase journey. It's the first time I've gained so many companions, the first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography, the first time I had dinner with someone else, the first time I went to the market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time and hugged it to sleep. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaya. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Tribby, Lady Trian, and Lady Trinon. The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacine. The first time I took care of Dromases with Echo. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible, it feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends. If I had known, I would have taken more pictures. Then shall we take one now? Does the camera work? With like all can it see them? Trian says yes. Trian likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass. Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured in the world of the living. Yeah. I thought so too. What? Are you seriously going to leave any room for regret? There won't be any regrets. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living. Little Cass smiled. Tribby, Trinon, and Trian's wishes finally come true. Remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end. Thank you for giving me the final key. Key? Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden? I have a feeling that soon this gift of yours will become the key to saving Miss Echo's life. Yeah, that's amazing, and keep smiling and carrying on bravely. Little Cass, little Grey, everyone. See you tomorrow. No! It's okay. I don't cry. I'm not crying. Even if I was, you could never see it. The blinding smile, Trian's golden form disappears, something. Ugh, frick. And Astyxia's moonlit night.
トリアンさん
Lady Trian. You are of this place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living. Can you find your way out? I have broken free from the chains of death countless times. This time will be no different. Castorus, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
私は
I
正直
have yet to make my decision, Lord
まだ
Maida.
考えているんです
Wait, what's Cypher doing here? Was she all... what you doing here? No matter, make the choice your heart desires, even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting. I'll continue to fight till I die, then rise from death till the miracle descends. Or someone stabs you in that right spot, in the right vertebrae in your back or something.
モーティス様
There's one more thing you should know, Lord Maide.
あなたにお伝えしてお
What is it?
アナイクス
Professor and Axa may have deduced the principles around Aranova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death in the next cycle, becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon
私
the
とあ
world.
なたは
And you become next Zagreus. I see. So said Trigger. I see. So said Jiao Cho. I see. So said Frick. What? Never mind.
それ
Is that
だ
all?
け
Are you going to
ですか
accept such a fate without complaints?
このような運命をあなたは
Do you have a strategy to shatter the shackles of our fate?
今は
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
もしかしたらこの先も
Then cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters. Control what little you can, and when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
ありがとうございます
Thank you, Lord Maide. I will find the right decision.
私は必ず正しい道を見つけ出してみせます
Did we seriously not notice her in the name of strife? May you meet a fitting end.
これがあの亡霊
This
の
must be the alchemical matrix the spirit
霊星人
mentioned.
でしょう
Let's see, we need to insert Aquila's sky, Jorios' earth, Cavali's fire, Figurus' ocean,
そして
and Nestia's
モ
love.
ネータの愛を加える必要があるようです
Anaxa, where are you? We need this. Anaxa, hello?
へえ
Seems our sweet princess homebody has made up her
可愛い
mind.
引きこもり姫がってことは
In that case, seamstress, I suppose I am no longer needed to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after
裁
all.
縫女私の時間はとっても貴重なわけだしキャストリス
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one
そ
final
の
time.
心に従って選択してくださいかつてのあなたとの約束を証しに最後にもう一キャストリス
Castors, please live as a human
生
and
と
die
死の
as
ど
one.
ちらに転ぼうとあの錬金術
According to
師
that
の
alchemist, the
話
final
に
piece is
よれば
supposed to be me.
しかし彼は
However, he's not privy to the past and therefore
私
cannot
た
see
ち
the
が
full
見た
picture.
過去
The past?
ケファレの記憶
I
の
saw the
中
twins of death in Kefali's memory, and now I'm certain that I was one of them.
暗淡た
The
る
trial of the
天
hand of
使
shadow
連は
demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Thanatos of this
新世
cycle.
界にたどり着く前に死んでしまいましたそして
That's how it's worked. That whole thing with Calypso and Nias and Polixia was the previous cycle? I mean, maybe it already said that, but, like, I don't know. I I just didn't catch it. I'm gonna disappear for a moment. I've returned. She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Time's authority to reforge my soul. Yet it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Time she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls. You mean Pollux? That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy. But Cass, if that alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean you're also part of the dragon's body? According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born of the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs? Did when I was collecting the souls. I heard them too. So, what are those? I think it's probably a sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled. They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for death, a land where none is hostile to death. They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely, all because they wanted to give me a new life. Pollux must really want to know how their sister has been after giving their all to save her. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm even after their fall, quietly watching and documenting every detail of their sister's life. So instead of picking up objects on the way here, we were instead showing signs to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul. Well, all this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through the ritual and it turns out to be totally different? That's fine, as long as Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once the process is complete. This is why alchemy is also known as the miracle of creation. Kimia? Now, the puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they've been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia. Lady Trian has already drawn a picture of my entire life, and now it is in my hands. Then let the ritual begin. And now the objective is complete, that is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the River of Souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But even if the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once carried me to the side of the shore, then please look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I've obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Amunet. Did she recognize you? She must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right? I'm afraid she's just another spirit trapped here, just like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please go on, I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia? Yes, you're just as smart as I imagined, but... Never mind, now's not the time. There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead. The world of the dead? But how? I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Castorus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well. Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe, right? Indeed, I cannot imagine that those from Erechrysi, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death. I have pondered the same question, child, but I'm afraid there is no clear answer to it. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death is necessary to this world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off? I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior? I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Castros? Please enlighten me, Lady Aminet. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death, your words might truly guide me toward the right path. You and I are neither warriors nor generals, therefore journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death? Love. No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world could be revisited endlessly, and every bond carried no risk of being severed. The so-called era Chrysi was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live, they simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence. This is reminding me of that scene from The Dark Knight Rises. You do not fear death. You think this makes you strong. It makes you weak. Why? How can I don't remember this next bit. How can a man fight, move faster than possible, fight longer than possible without the most powerful impulse of the spirit, the fear of death? But I do fear death. I fear something watching my city burns, then make the climb as the child did without the rope. Therefore, death is not a fear it's not a thing of fear and desperation, but that's right, Casters. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it and return to a state of stagnation. I understand, Lady Aminet. Our limited lifespan shape all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, and it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglai would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase tourney. None of these stories would have ever happened. And I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother. Second hug? Second hug ever? I'll use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle.
穴草ゴラス神羅万象の英知を与えたまえここに呼ぶは剥落せし紫龍の残骸地から天へ昇り天より降臨せよ地は天のごとく天は地のごとくここにあるは万物を砕く力すべての死を司る偉大なる恵みよ私が抱擁を授けましょう
Flux, Netherwing Husk, Fairy of Souls. Effect res, dang it! An ally's health is reduced, accumulates desperate bubble. On reaching the limit, remove damage mitigation, enter the enhanced state. Hey, wait. How much effect res does this guy have? What? I have 75 EHR. What? Wait, why am I using... Why is she on... Wrong one. Okay, whatever. Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Will you show yourself again once you eradicate this hatred and regret? Ah, I saw HP and hey, that's why. Okay. Can I? Screw it. I'm just gonna use my premium team. Why not? Very much not speed tuned. Should also probably put, like, I don't know, Locha in here. What does Locha even have on him? Okay, sure, whatever. Alright. Wait, how much crit rate does this have? 63. Okay. Sure, whatever.
未練が消え去った後、再び姿を見せてくれますか。代価を払って我に力を。出発すべて涙キックリティ
I do no damage! Wee!
我々はとうに嵐に封印守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
Oh, I guess that's scripted, that's part of it. Okay, whatever.
ですが、どうか怖がらないでください。まだ立ち上がりますか。捕獲マーク起動。愉快な反撃の時間です。
What's this? Hasten death. Start of the... Oh, non-fatal. Restore HP to an allied target until region. I don't know.
厄介を避けん。
継承だ。面倒をかけた。
亡者再臨。
引導を渡す。
避けられ我に力を。
初すべて涙キックリティ
It's a bit much. His head is still stuck in the egg. No, there's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace. Get your head out of the egg! Sister. Yes, it's me. I'm back. Back again.
気をつけてください。無意識とはいえその胸に怒りが溜まり始めているようです。
我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
敵ターゲットを確認。まだ立ち上がりますか。捕獲マーク。愉快な反撃の時間です。
いい度胸だね。
If I basic attack, it's still ahead of Akrod. Okay. Well,
我に力を。
let's do this.
あなたは全ての涙
Alright, goodbye. Goodbye. Please don't turn back to the nether realm.
死よ、安らかに眠ってください。
I'm sorry, I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Don't be afraid. That's kind of creepy. It's sort of blooming from inside the egg. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. And no, this might not be what you wanted, but I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Nether Realm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. What about me? I'll be going now. Great, let's go. Let's? I'm going too, right? Right? It may look scary, but as long as we... what's going on? What's going on? Am I dying? Am I finally like dying? Am I dying again or something? What's happening? What's happening? What's wrong? Slap me! I think I'm done for. Ma'am, slap me! Are you... What's wrong with her? Time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me. What? No, is there anything we can do? Sunday! Herda! Thurda! Welt! Where are you? And don't worry, I promised I'd ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. I'm gonna stay here and keep close watch until I return, alright? Alright, I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets. Anytime I can still hold out. What's the deal then? Just go! How's this work then? Please. Wait for me. Oh, you sit in your little dinghy, eager to hear my song and fall closely behind. Please turn back, return to homeland you know so well. Venture not with me into the vast sea, for perhaps without seeing me you will lose your way into ocean. The ocean I cross has never been sailed by anyone. After all that, you still ended up back here. Polixia? Oh! The frick? The moon is an egg. So the legends were true. The nether realm really is a sea of flowers. Yes. It's Polixia! Just like the flower fields we tended to back then. Is that you, Polixia? Do you remember me? I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment. I see. Call me Thanatos then, it'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right? Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Emphorius. You know, my sister was a sympathetic but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you're doing right now. Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polixia? Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. Long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands. That trial was indeed recorded in that memory. Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the New World, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. What? I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the river of souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided, and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Foolie, what are you doing? Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who will determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the nether realm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the nether realm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth. That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being. Yes, death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you. Then what about you? As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of living. From then on, my titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped, souls were denied their audience of death, and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you in the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the nether realm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them. I can go faster than you! All while mulling over the subject of life, death, partings, and enduring an endless loneliness. Push! Push! Meh. Meh, meh. Oh, Tuskbeard gone. Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives are a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same again. I'd hope that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry. I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong. Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger, too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. Wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half, and we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence. The meaning of our existence. The sea of flowers blooms on dead land because we sat it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with the tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will, nor can the Hand of Shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will. Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence? No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own, not even a god. Life and death weighs equally heavily. We both know that now, don't we? Is saying... Hold on. Are you saying there's no point? Is she saying correct that no single being should be able to do it? Or she's saying not the case? Or is she saying contrary to this? English. You two must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling even back then we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw the seemingly endless fate to a close. Or tell me the answer that's already been written, let us draw the seemingly fate to a close. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them, but I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again. But more than anything, I was afraid you might have forgotten all about me. I know, but don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So let's give our core flame to Echo and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. The responsibility of Thanatos was never about picking our favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. I need water. Okay. What do you think, Polixia? Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from their remains and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the crisis heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again. Oh, just met Polixia, and now we have to say goodbye. Just like before. Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared. You've made up your mind? Yes, as dictated by fate, but I won't be afraid as long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life, grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly flying swiftly into the nether realm, perching on the twig of death. They will. After this, I'll remain permanently in the nether realm. The river of souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. She's gonna remain permanently in the nether realm? We're never gonna meet her again? In story-wise? Just like, well, Maide said we probably wouldn't meet again, but we kinda did. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. The sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls and bloom evermore. Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish? Of course. What is it? Please, don't forget me. I promise you. When we meet in the next world, even if I've endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms, just like what I did before, just like what I did when we were born. Castorus, Castorus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
Watakushi wa死に安息を届けます。これからは停滞していた命が再び流れ始めるでしょう。
Act 2 Anaxagoras. Anaxagoras. At the same time in Okama. Time flies in the blink of an eye. The 15th entry hour is already at hand. It's already been 15 days! Alright, buddy, it's time for you to be dead! Or something. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready? I need to ask so many times. Of course I am. Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again? I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time. Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are. I couldn't agree more. Oh, I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me? I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's call her a stowaway now. And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you. Should I thank you for the compliment? The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument? I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall when we stopped last time? You were saying that Amphoris's history is cyclical. Indeed, the demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias, as their destined end approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who were fated to succeed death. Oh, Castorus is actually here now. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso as well as Nicodor and Naias act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I'd already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus is truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles with Styxia as the pivot, she'll no doubt be the link to connect all this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis, and you too will get the answer to your question. That is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there's even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered. It matters not. The most important quality of a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson. Hello incoming viewers, thank you for joining the stream. Continuing on with Honkai Star Rails 3.2 main story quest. Finon. So they are leaving the final debate to him. Oh, it's kind of went back a bit. Let those crisis heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people. As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd. Or is this the Citizens' Assembly or whatever now? I don't know anymore. Professor Anaxa? I thought you'd pass on this. Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose. Ruff, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this? Okama has stood strong under the system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you? Nothing ever escapes you. I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall. I feel personally attacked. Only 4 years? He's saying he took more. I'm attacked. That's me. I'm stupid. I took 6 years. No shade at people who took longer. This is kind of meant as a joking manner. Because I think like 4 years is kind of hard. To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question? No, I don't. I thought so. Because that question's not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya trusting the world to the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That's a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up, I'll only say this once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That's what you should be thinking about. You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. I'm gonna be dead. And he's saying, tell to those begging for salvation from the gods. Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa. That's Anaxagoras to you. Who will you be voting for? Neither. That'll depend on how well you perform. May serve to safeguard your thoughts. Lord Anaxa, you're finally here. The last speaker for the assembly will be taking stage soon. The resolution will be passed after that. Lady Kindness has reserved a special seat for you. Shall I show you to it? Sure. Alright, this way, please. Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theros, I present to you, Finon of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Okama, and the last speaker of the assembly. Much obliged, Lord Lygos. I remember, he's the penniless lad working for Aglaya. Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the flame chase journey? Can this dude really face down kindness? Like if all above, dear citizens of Okama. As you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehensions about the discord between the crisis heirs and council of elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the holy city. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us. Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise far away from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I'll never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Ardada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter, but in the end, those arms that once drew a bro instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked their life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. They're all saying, well, that guy was shaking his head, this guy's saying no. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children, my childhood friends, they were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. I kept saying the same thing over and over, even up until the final moment I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finon? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide, a looming threat that can bring Okama to its knees anytime. Highness may have promised that with 3 times of calamity gone, Okama will return to an AI crisis once more. Yeah, shoot. But much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaver, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaver has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flame of the gods. Lies, if such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Okama still a picture of peace? Exactly, the city of Okama shows no sign of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No, this peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We're able to stand here today only because the Chrysosers have stepped up and shielded Okama from calamity. With our golden threads, Aglai has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that you all hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this, rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Okama away from the flame chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of, a truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. Is it because the Council of Elders, which bears Okama's history and honor, along with the Citizens' Assembly we once took so much pride in, are now... No, it is because, not is it because. It is because, though, are now infested with vermin. Ugh, lower frame rate. It is true that Aglai has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Okama, yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but why hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Okama, once more I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them, and those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words? Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Tribius, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages. In an uproar, representative leaders from different cities in Okama throw pieces of pottery into the dolium. At the present time, on the scales of Talanton, those who call for the continued flame chase journey and those who demand its suspension, each faction holds an equal share of the votes, resulting in perfect balance. And Exagras, up to you. As expected, this is the moment when the flame chase journey is closest to its end. And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras. Is there anyone else who hasn't voted? Nope, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse. I have long since made a decision. Very well, may you bring much needed change to this farcical world. What's he gonna do? He's got a plan, right? I don't know, maybe he's gonna say, stop the flame chase journey, but he's got other plans to save the world or something, I don't know. You've done well, Finon. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. But not for me! Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorus, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Fine has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome? In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision. Very well. I thank you for your honesty. Music stop. What's he doing? The stakes are high. Let's be patient. Got the act. Who do you think you are, wasting our time like this? Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I... Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden. Just vote already. What are you waiting for? Cast your vote. Are we waiting for casters to come back and show up? I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you'll exploit and use to your advantage? How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Circes, or should I say Calypso, accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she'll substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We only need to follow the sound of the tides. So did he vote yet or no? Not yet? Bro. Oh, his mind is back here again. You are... Empedocles! Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things. Teacher. What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrine of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk. I respect you immensely, sir, but you cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you, but as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands. I'll keep that in mind. Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us. You have my word, sir. May Circe safeguard your thoughts. May Circe safeguard your thoughts. You're right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles. What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote. Silence, everyone. Behold, Circe, here at the center of the world I shall write the final step of my proof. But this place is but one step away from the truth. What's he doing?
先生、あなたの推測は証明されました。
感謝します、キャストリス。答えは明白です。私は火を追うたびに投票します。私は世界の真理を解き明かした。
Okay, Anaxagoras laughing maniacally was not on my bingo card. With the balance shattered, the result is clear by Kephali and Talanton above, as the Theoros I have observed. No, Lagast, you can't. Anaxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you, and mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal. Have you forgotten? I told you, that happens to be one of my rare talents. You put on such a grand performance just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey? Performance? No, you're quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they're jokes in my eyes. I've never once switched sides, because I, and I alone, am the truth. Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of the Assembly. Thank you, United States of America. This is going great. I have observed that Okama has chosen her destiny. The Citizens' Assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the wall of heroes such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward. You... Seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Lygus. Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagos of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly. Just moments ago, all you made a decision on the fate of Emphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution. Huh? Huh? Tell me, who among you dare swear on Kefali's name that Aranova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Crisis Heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness? No one. Must I pick somebody to answer? I mean, it's already been, the vote's already been cast, so I can't change it anymore, right? But now it's just poking that stuff. Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, with the ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan? What are you trying to do? Useless. Your turn then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right? Hey, mind your tongue. No? So, no one? I see. In that case, fine on. Answer me this. Your speech is filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise? Professor, what are you doing? Let him continue with his performance. Yeah, well, look at that. Even Fino and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world, and yet the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I'm here today, to give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagos of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare. Everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finon of Ides Elysiae, the prophesized demigod who shall succeed Kefale, will forge each and every one of us in a new world with his complete intact memories. How does he know that, though? The thing, how can he promise that with Finon? I mean, I guess, well, okay, so, when he went back to the Netherrealm, casters confirmed to him that, yeah, the demigods, become the new Titans. And I guess, like, Finon just happens to be, like, the corresponding to Kefale, I guess. What? The core flame-bearing Titans were the Crisis heirs of yesterday, and the Crisis heirs who carry the core flames today will become the Titans of tomorrow. There it is! All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World Bearer, and all under Kefale's protection shall step into that new world. What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile. How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove? Lady Cypher, your time to bring Castros back, Castros and me back to confirm it, right? I told you. Don't interrupt me! But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali himself. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with the god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova. What's he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy? I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided me in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me. Ah, got him, GG's. Ah, got him, GG's. By the gods, even kindness has betrayed Okema. I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bear no responsibility for his actions. Lord Largus, as the esteemed Theros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud? If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and the punishment must be meted out to those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people. Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talanton and justice of Kefalo. Considering the circumstance and in accordance with Okema's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority. The honor is mine to bear. Elders and citizens, silence if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made a statement clear. As per Okema's codex, I request all present citizens stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kindness of Okema and Largus, the Theros, stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against the god. In the names of Talanton and Kefale, Okema is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment. Agreed. Hurts you. Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed a grave blasphemy against Kefale. In the names of Talanton and Kefale, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon. And he's supposed to die today anyway. Professor. Aglaya didn't expect him to laugh at this. What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver? Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you. Then, in light of the people's voice, oh, Talanton and High, may you bring death upon him. Back to me! Oh, what achievement did I just get? Yeah, why? Oh, I was brought here or something to get my soul back or something. Sea of Flowers? What is this place? Phylixia's gone! Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castros while walking among the mortals, and now I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. She said she'd reside here forever until the next cycle or something, right? Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
私の冥界へようこそ。
Mom, I made it! My character arc is finally done! You're still as energetic as always.
相変わらず元気ですね。知っていますか？
Did you know every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself? These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls.
成長する死の主である
And it is
私
my
は
duty as the master of death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in the serene haven.
この子たちが芽吹く属性に
Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides.
土にやがて
Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its
異
end.
なる姿で輪しかし
Yet,
残念ながら
sadly, there is no time left for Amphoris to wait for them when the flowers bloom again.
もうつ世の亡霊
Now,
を
death is the
ここに
power
導い
at my
てきた
fingertips.
死
It
が
once led the souls of the deceased here, but I
私の
shall open the gate of the
指先に
netherworld and
絡ま
return
る
you to
さ
the
ざ波となり
world,
ました
to the realm of the living.
その代わ
In
り
exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey.
水泡に
Do not let our
刻む
work thus far be in vain.
死の火種を
Who's going
持ち帰
to...
り
Oh,
火
wait.
の追う旅を完遂させて
So-
ください
She's... I thought in order to ascend as a demigod, they have to do that thing in the vortex of Genesis, and then the core flame is like consumed or something, right? Is it? But like she's basically a Thanatos demigod now, but we still have the core flame? You're not going back? Just like the other demigods, I'll stay here and embrace my
他
destiny.
の半身と同じようにただ
That being said, it's not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are
決し
sweet
て
and
容易
alluring.
なことで
If your
はありません
determination wavers, you'll succumb and be forever ensnared by the netherworld's grasp.
甘美で今回の
Please consider this a one-time exception. I'll do everything in my power for the flame chase journey.
全力を尽くしますそして
And for your life, the only life I can save.
唯一救える命のために
I'll do my best. I am glad to
ご
hear
運
that.
を
振り返らず前へ進め
All the memories, keep forward, moving forward and don't look back.
列車はいつもあんたのそばにいるわ
This is how we go faster. Listen, just keep
ただ
moving.
私たちの
One day our paths will cross again. Lift your chin up high and step forward with us tomorrow. That's right, keep your eyes on the
朝日が
dawn.
昇る方へと向かうの
進め
Onward! Show me your courage!
相棒
Finally, we shall become heroes together. Almost there.
やっと
Finally. Oh, it's that art. Wait, was that me or was that Felixia? Thank you, Casteris.
ここまで来れば
Since I've already made it to the end, maybe I can have one last glance at that sea of flowers.
花の海を見よっかな
Oh, it is me, right? No, wait, no, don't look back, no. It's Acheron!
恐れることは
Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. What? Don't turn around, keep looking forward. Oh, this is... What is Acheron doing here? What? I mean, it's a memory, but still. As a touch of red will be waiting you at the end of the path. Wait, is this something she told us in Amphoria? Not Amphoria, Penacony? Is this like one of the first things when we did the warp jump and we encountered her in that weird dream area? Is this one of the lines she told us? I can't remember. Why are you here? Are you lost
それを
again?
追いかければ
It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
そして最後にはあなたたち
Holy frick! Acheron's back!
これは
What's this?
あの影
What in the world are these shadows and voices? Wait, It showed that cutscene of Akron. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, it showed that cutscene of Akron like at the end, like the end of the Penacony. Was it actually the end? No, it wasn't. But there's that bit where you could talk to Akron, and if you kept selecting the red lines, it would eventually give you a secret sort of cutscene where it showed that render, and then it changed to a render of her in more plain clothes when she still had that Oni horn. It showed the first one that I just mentioned right now, but I don't think either of them show if you don't choose that ending, or that dialogue line. And so I did that on this account. Will it still show, like, just now right here if you didn't go through that dialogue option back then? All of this is proof that you once lived. It's giving me existential crisis. Holy crap. Wasting my unemployed life away. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. Is this ma'am? This is ma'am Cyrene? So continue onward, do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend. Pull me back. Take my hand, let's go home. Another realm. Hello again, mortal realm. Let the trailblazing continue. It's not a black screen, it's a white screen now. Casterus! I'm back. At last, I knew you would do it. It is me. I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole, as if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Stellarod? Is it Ornyx's final blessing, or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. It's hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design, or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky. So familiar to you, Echo, that intertwined our destinies long ago. It seems that this is a riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall the prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. And I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now as I stand as the demigod and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. Is this referring to me? Is this referring to me? Eternal separation? No! Kelsey! Why are you dead? I wish I once saw it, but could never grasp it now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. It will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land.
西風の果ては寒いですね。
Oh wait, she is here.
最後にもう一度あなたの
Oh,
ぬ
this
く
is
もりを
what she
借
was
りて
saying
も
for the prophecy. One last hug before
願いを叶えて
Cosmos
くれて
leaves.
ありがとうございます。私は人々の言う悲哀の地に向かいます。ですが私はこの心の鼓動とあなたからもらったぬくもりで冥界を慈愛に満ちた魂の帰る場所に変えます。
And she's gone.
私が生きていた証です。さようなら。
Farewell then. May we reunite in the new world.
新世界でお会いしましょう。
Presently, okay, ma. Grand and observed performance is what you've been seeing your whole life? I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to obtain power. It's as if you crave power like a fly craves rot. Those are your words, not mine. But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Finon? I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse. It's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our great enemy, Aquila. Our final great enemy, Aquila. So this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May it resonate with your core flame, Aglaya? Please do. That's impossible. To persist with your soul thin to such an extent. You're insane. Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Finon grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell. I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on. Finon. Yes, he was born to be a hero, he understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. What? How does that work? What? How? What? But by my estimates, this horribly elaborate sense of No. Oh, he's talking about how he dresses. Oh yeah, because Finance has a terrible aesthetic sense. By my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova. Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths. When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said. Glad we're back. I'm back. Welcome back, our great hero, reborn from the ashes. I hope you didn't hear your earlier assessment. It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings. The Morn sailed away from the underworld. Core Flame of Death. The fallen soul of Thanatos, the Death Titan. The Core Flame urgently awaits to return to its place. The demigod of death has already overcome the trial and assumed the authority of the Titan. Meh. Meh. Ah, crap. But I don't see Castris among your number. Looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well. She finally understood her origins and completed her trial. She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Junon, please recite the prophecy for us. Echo, please surrender that scalding core flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task. Let the ceremony begin. Oh, gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remember their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. There was one who joined hands with a Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. She is the everlasting night and shall now proclaim in her good name. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of this world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us. And we're gonna say I don't have blood of gold again. Surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky. Casterus. So it's just Aquila next? No, we've still got a few more. But Aquila is set up to be the last one, I guess. A constellation for death. For life and death, to be more precise. Life and death, to be precise. Look, it's... Cass! Is that Casterus? No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial. Eh. 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 What did you say? That's the language of the Titans. Casterus. No, the Titan. They said, I have illuminated the cold shadow of death. Onwards, for the path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget. She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now. I won't stop you. Professor, you... What's with that look? You were present. So let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to a game as divine laws are keep me from creating a new world. You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god? Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I? Still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway. Don't allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Crisis Heirs are the future Titans, and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny, invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world, and we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees. Is that what Nosperism means? Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories and scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that's just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself, but we have someone who will still live on with this perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefale. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory. Next, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world. Good. That's all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life. Farewell, great performer. May Cersei safeguard your thoughts. Cersei, safeguard your thoughts. Are you satisfied, honorable Titan? Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. An Exagorus of the No Spirits and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship. Oh, so that's a god's prophecy? Sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Oh, Ceres. That all you got? Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway. That is true. But I do still have one question. I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing. As you've so boldly stated, we in the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first no spore sprout from? How should I know? Oh my. Well, since we're both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead. Suspicion. Oh, he just up and disappears. That's how it works. Hey, we're back here. Thankfully, she's still alive. Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express? Her condition was very similar, it's just that at the time the Express did not have a memo keeper who could diagnose her condition. But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well. When March awakened from the ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent something like that from happening again. Can you share with us your hypothesis? I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging from her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked. Hijacked? Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember? I'm not a biologist, but I hear there's a species of fish on Van Wok that has the memory span of less than a second. It forgets everything that occurs in the very next instant. Perhaps something similar will happen? Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine. But an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness. Nothingness? The belief of the garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present doesn't really exist and is only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that. Miss Black Swan, there is one thing I haven't looked deeply into until now. You've guided us to Emphorius, but refused to tell us your true intentions. Collecting memories is simply not a convincing answer. Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me? I mean no offense, I'm merely speculating, but I'd appreciate your honesty, if possible. In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Emphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example. Perfect example? A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirrors means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those pathstriders of remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Emphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more world in similar form. So the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to this star zone is just to uncover the secrets and foil the plans of these people? I chose to remain quiet because I did not want to involve you in the garden's internal conflicts. Remodeling the world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple pathstriders. Do they wield the powers of emanators? You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They're an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fuli. Could they be the ones who hijacked March 7th's memories? I cannot be certain, but at the very least they are capable of doing so. I'm deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th, but the deal that I proposed still remains a fair one. Emphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating. What's wrong? Let me take back a part of what I just said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I've involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies. Has something happened? It's Fuli. Their gaze has just swept across Emphorius. Is this talking about, like, is this happening, was this happening way back when I first got Mem? When I first got view of Fuli? Because, like, I don't know. Thirda! Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to actually be hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Emphorius has appeared in her subconscious. This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this? It's hard to explain. What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly? Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered? The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You'll have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brains of the Memo Snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Emphorius, but there are also many Memo Keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her conscience and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection, the Garden of Recollection. Seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us. Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Emphorius? You're planning to head to Emphorius yourself? Yes, but not in the flesh, just like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them I can project my data spirit entity. What? What? Turning according to the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. Okay. Okay, Genius Society member number 84? I don't know. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of the international peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology. I see, you do seem like the more indoor type. Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates. And sit back and enjoy the show. Well, it shares the Astral Express coordinates with Thirda. Wow, even narration is saying the Herta, not just Herta. Alright, now that everything is ready, let's get to work. Thank you, Madam Herta. Commands are the lifeblood of Astral Express. When things are settled, we will repay you for all your help. Well, this man sure is courteous. Sunday! I'm watching you work has been an enlightening experience for me. It's hard to imagine that an outstanding scholar like you could maintain such a relaxed manner most of the time. Your calm and collect nature is truly a trait I should learn. This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth sound so snarky? Polar opposites. First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp. As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead. Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Emphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy. Okay, I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta. Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity. I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time? Good question. Let me think. Forget it, just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway. As you wish. Oh, wait. This is the memo statue, right? Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of. Seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders. Yeah, stand by again? That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead? Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Power faction at max power. Excellent. First mirror, let's get going. Have a safe trip, Madam Herta. May your journey yield good results. She's sitting in here, though. Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination unknown celestial body. Amphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated. Oh, so that's Amphorius. Its appearance is, well, sure is unique. Libya strip. Second mirror, prepare for thought for fraction. It's time to send me in. Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully. Can you hurry up? Yes, ma'am. I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. Okay, what a magnificent sight. Is this the entrance to Amphorius? I don't freaking know. Why is the Flame Weaver there? Who? I can't tell who these are from here. Is that Estelle? Let's see, perhaps I'll be able to find a way in. What's this, a statue? It's ugly. I don't like it. Hey! Oh, it's Estelle and Dunhung. Okay, cool. Oh, I finally found your traces. How else must you be for the Great Herd to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives. Wow. Okay. Can I still interact with the vortex? Has Thirda? No. What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphorius? Wait, none of this stuff, none of them are lit up, huh? My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further. Oh, hey Lygus. Who's there? Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a wait. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in a place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves. Does he know? Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you? I have many identities, and I'm only going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias, Lycurgus Lygus. Alright, Lygus, but you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you? Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius. Now, please kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with. Regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished, this place will not open its doors so easily. How does Lygus already seemingly know who Thirda is? You seem to understand me very well, then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you. Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from. Let's assume for a second I'm not so well-mannered and that I insist on uncovering secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine? Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I require only 3 to attain the results that I desire. Oh, I'm all ears. First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one will be able to help you enter. That's not a good argument. Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that. Just like you, I've basked in the gaze of the erudition. Holy crap, okay! Okay! So Lygus is also potentially an emanator. I stake my honor and assure you that in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable. Wait, is saying basked in the gaze of the erudition, does that necessarily mean he is an emanator? Because Thirda is an emanator. But like, I don't know. No wonder I couldn't find a backdoor when I did a scan of our surroundings. The safety protocols on you are comparable to screwies. How interesting. And that's also how he knows who Thirda is. I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain? Of course, why wouldn't I? Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through. He's gonna say, like, we have Stell, we have your precious Stell and Danhung here. You'll surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role. What a brazen robot. Do you think you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be? It concerns the third path that is entangled with Emphorius, a path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. What was the second path? We've got erudition, obviously. Wait, no. We have remembrance. He said he was part of the erudition, right? Is erudition also tied with Emphorius, or is that just him and Thurno? Don't remember. The destruction. Okay. So if you're okay, well that answers that. So if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. Holy crap! And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos. Okay. 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 Well, now we have a better idea of who Lygus is. She's saying you can see flowers for karma, and you turn to Ash as the answer. Farrell's experience during your travels, head to the book and write it down. Okay, okay. Wow. Herta appears for 5 minutes yet again. I was not expecting that kind of lore drop at the end, but I probably should have, because I mean, like, that's how you build up intrigue and what's the word? Suspense. Well, maybe suspense isn't exactly the best word here, but that's how you build up intrigue and anticipation for the next part. Okay, okay. So we've got 2 more, and I don't remember at all which is which. But apparently this story is supposed to go up all the way up to like 3.7 or 3.8. I mean, Penacony did too, but like the main story ended at like what, 3.3, sort of, right? Or 2.3, sorry. Okay. Wow. That was unexpected. Although I don't remember what the 3 paths were. So one of them was obviously remembrance, and the other, a third one was just revealed to be the destruction, and that there's a Lord Ravager here, or something. But what was the second? Was it erudition? Huh. I am not going to rack my brains trying to figure this out. As I've said multiple times before, I am not really good at analyzing narrative and the nuances. I'm not able to fully appreciate nuances. But yeah, any other thoughts? Man, Anaxa's dead. We're never gonna see Casters again. Probably never gonna see My Day again. We technically didn't. We saw his spirit sort of, he was dead and trying to be not dead. Hello, all the viewers. Thank you for joining the stream. Well, if you've already been here, you see I just finished. If you just joined, I just finished the 3.2 main story, and I'm kind of at like, wow, okay. How many pulls do I even have left? Got 100. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think, but like I feel like there isn't actually much for me to think about. Or like at the very least I'd have to go back a bunch and see, like, go through the dialogue again, which I don't really want to do. But yeah, I come on. Okay, third is here. When is Sunday gonna come over and help? Welt, where are you? Help us. Any thoughts on the story, even though I just reiterated that I'm not good at analyzing story? I don't know. I feel like... I don't know. Dang it. All I can say is that I feel like there was a lot of talking. And instead of the fade to black screen with some white text just simply narrating what happened, we got a white screen with black text instead. Collector's... What? Oh, as you sit down, okay. Nether realm, truly a sea of flowers. You think of Castorus, daughter of the River of Souls. When you first arrived in Okama, she almost led you into her gentle flower-filled realm until her skin touched yours and you realized her embrace wouldn't bring you death after all. Perhaps knowing that her touch would one day return to Niobe, she clung to leaving proof of her existence. Poems, dolls, flowers, of packing memories into a satchel for a journey that was destined to lose it all. Is this referring to that bit where Akron appeared for a brief moment? Before you set off for the Netherrealm, she embraced you. No one but you could bear this parting. Even now, you can still hear the soft whispers in your ear, the faint scent of flowers lingering in the air. I wonder when we'll meet again. The world beyond the cave. Oh, is this like here, just like after every chapter you can see it and it'll sort of give you a rundown? Okay, but... well, I think that's a good place to leave off. That is it for the Amphorius 3.2 main story. I did a little more building on Castorus from the polls yesterday and did not go well. I crafted like 30 relics and literally only 2 of them rolled any sort of crit when in the base stats. Like, if I'm not going to roll a piece that has 3 stats and no crit just to hope for a crit, unless it has like health and like. So this, like I got yesterday, that was cracked, and then I got another one of these, and I'm like, I don't need this. Give that to me on like a different piece. Did I level this up yesterday? I think I did that one yesterday. I did this one yesterday as well. This one I just won with it. At least it rolled once in the crit. This one, yeah, tragic. At least it rolled into health once. Oh, twice, okay. Yep. It's tragic, but, you know, if I use my full premium team with E2 Akron, full utilization of E2 Akron with Bronya and Light Cone, I can get 3,300 on that. I kind of messed up, so I didn't, but I think I can. And the second half, Castorus is like 3,500 or something. Now, I'm going to have to see if I can figure out a low-cost video for this, because I mean, with Castorus, I could probably do a low-cost video for the last Memory of Chaos, but that's because it's using Castorus, a new unit, anniversary unit, like, to be clear. Like, I don't think I can really do low-cost, no Amphorius characters either, except for RMC, but like, well, Castorus is like my only Amphorius character, so. Aside from RMC. And like, Castorus's Light Cone is just so much better. There are like no good non-limited options. Like, her next best option is literally what? Bailu's Light Cone? Just because it has a lot of base health? It's so sad. Yeah, once again, that will be it for this stream. It has been about 3.5 hours. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are here lurking, thank you for lurking. Hope to see you again next stream, whenever that is. If you dropped by and you're not here anymore, you won't see or hear this most likely. But thank you for dropping by. And if you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. If you enjoy this stream or VOD and or my other content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. And leave some feedback down in the comments below. Next stream, what is coming up? I think ZZZ is coming up either next week or the week after. I don't remember when Genshin is having its next update. So maybe if Genshin is like after ZZZ, maybe I'll stream more Smash Bros. Or stream Tetrio. I haven't actually streamed Tetrio in a really long time. I intended to stream Tetrio more after hitting U rank, but I don't know. I've just kind of been in a slump, so I've been not been doing Tetrio as much. Maybe taking a break or just playing a little less will be help me a bit. Although I am still sort of grinding single player and against the bot, just, you know, not doing Tetrio League much. But yeah. What other things do I have to say? Again, terrible with outros. I think I've said in the past, I don't know if I said it in the stream, I think I said it when I was recording the Ender Lilies, which I'm almost done with. I think I got one or two more to record. And as of this stream, I've got one more episode that I recorded like 2 weeks ago, but I haven't posted yet. Just because, yeah. Ender Lilies. That I said during that session that I planned on streaming Xenoblade Chronicles X Remastered, or Definitive Edition, whichever one it was. I'm not actually so sure about that because it'll take a very long time. And I guess like usually when I'm streaming a game that isn't live service like these gacha games, when I'm streaming a single player game that has that is like done, or just I guess making either streaming or making a VOD series on it, I don't want to do another one until it's done. So if I start Xenoblade Chronicles, I don't know how long that'll take, because I don't actually stream that often. But you know, I wanna be there when Metroid Prime 4 releases, right? I don't think I'd be streaming or at least making VODs of Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 2. Even though, you know, like the graphics are going to be a little different, like resolution aside. I think some of there's going to be some graphical upgrades, but yeah, I want to be there. I don't want to be too late when Metroid Prime 4 and hopefully Metroid Prime Trilogy Remastered, or at least 2 and 3 like separately remastered releases. Okay, hopefully I think that was the last of my last thoughts for now. Once again, thank you so much, and I will see you next time, whenever that is. Take care. Bye-bye.